Hi, Emma. What is your favorite book of your English degree, and please tell me why?
Yeah, so my favorite book of my English degree is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I have two copies here. I have more at home, but these are my two favorites. I read this book in two classes, ENG 210 with Tom Dancer, and that was Introduction to the Novel. And then I'm currently reading it in ENG 323, which is Austen and her contemporaries with Alex Hernandez. So the novel is set in the 1800s, and it's about a girl who goes to Bath with some of her family members, kind of like comes out in the world and is experiencing the world for the first time. So it's very much like a classic Bildungsroman or coming of age novel. Now, she's completely obsessed with Gothic novels, and in the later half of the novel, she starts to believe that she's like in a Gothic novel and thinks that, you know, the creaks in the door and on the floorboards are all, things coming to get her and the bumps in the night. But she's incorrect in that, and that leads her to make some kind of crazy assumptions about the love interest's father. Now, why I love this novel is that in Austen's time, novels were kind of perceived as frivolous or girly, and there was like a concern that women reading novels would put like terrible ideas inside of their head. Kind of similar to, I think, how we approach like romance novels today, so it still really rings true. But basically, Austen writes a novel in defense of the novel. It's a book about books. It argues that a reader needs to read very carefully, and to read is to develop emotional intelligence, intellectualism, and also to become empathetic. So there are so many complex character dynamics in the novel that while the characters navigate those by learning to read social situations, you as the reader are also learning to read those social situations and read the novel better. So basically what I'm saying is it teaches you to be a very careful reader, and that's why I really love it, and it's kind of changed the way that I look at the world in my own social interactions, and kind of has taught me to look more carefully at how complex people are and what their motivations might be behind their actions, and very much understanding that everybody has different motivations and different views on the world. And I know that sounds kind of simple, but Austen's novels always let you inside people's heads so deeply, and lets you really get a glimpse into what real people are like and what real people sound like, even if it's from the 1800s.